Oh boy, I'm not ready for this video. What is up, gamers? I am coming to you live from my basement. I have taped my phone to my Princess Peach hat. I'd show you, but I'm using my phone to record. So I just want to get a quick video out, real quick. This one is a bit time sensitive, because it's talking about World before the game actually comes out. Figured I'd hop on that at least sometime this week. We're talking about retro tracks, in case you couldn't tell by the title of the video. Some of these choices are not good, so we're going to fix them. I don't know how to keep going from here. I do not have a script written or anything. In my mind, there are three main issues that come about with these tracks that we've got up here, these beautiful retro tracks that are up here eventually. By the way, I have this Princess Peach pen that I got from Universal. It is awesome. First issue, I'm writing it down onto a sticky note. Just to get over. Bad choices. Some of these choices suck. Maybe they're just not good. Sometimes they were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is not good. We've had that game for 11 years now. Give us something new, please. That would be awesome. Issue number 2. Wait, hang on. No, I had this. 1 second. Oh no, that was separate. Hang on. This tape is not holding up my phone well. Some of these tracks were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's separate from tracks being bad. That's also bad. Give us something new. Third issue. This is different, I swear. I remember this one. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. Sometimes there are 2 tracks from the same game in a cup. And that is very not good. We do not like that. So, we're going to be addressing all of the issues that can be found throughout all of these cups here. Most of them have retro tracks, and we'll be fixing them. Obviously, there are 2 that we will not be fixing because they do not have retro tracks. Mushroom Cup is good. It got no retro tracks. And the Leaf Cup, it's got no retro tracks. It's good. But after getting through those 2, we can move on to the Flower Cup. And yeah, honestly, I'm already pointing at Desert Hills. Let's just talk about it. Let's not build the suspense. That's the issue here. 3DS Shy Guy Bazaar, good choice. It missed out on Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart Deluxe, all of it. Glad to see it here. It looks like it's gonna fit in really well. Wario Stadium, the only N64 track not to be brought back yet. Looks like they did a great job with it. Airship Fortress. It's Airship Fortress. Do I need to justify it? Desert Hills is the problem, as I'm sure you could guess. Just a really bland, mediocre track, all things considered. And also, it's one of 2 DS tracks in this cup. That falls under problem number 3, in addition to problem number 1 over here. And that is not good, so we are going to fix that. Oh, I just realized what the second issue was. Inequalities in representation. Just pretend that this... Hang on. That's what this issue was. I was like, I know that the replacement for Desert Hills fixes all of these, but I didn't remember what it was. I remember. Unequal representation. DS has 3 tracks in it. You can kind of see DK Pass over here as well. That one's there too. And there are 3. That means there are 3 DS tracks in this game. You know what game doesn't have any tracks in it? Super Circuit. Why? I could probably make a video about why, to be honest. But in the meantime, there's no super circuit, and that's dumb. So we're gonna fix that by replacing Desert Hills with like a super circuit desert track. I wonder if there's anything that we could put there. Oh yeah. Let me write it down. I should have just like put in the effort to like not do this like this. This is way too much work for this. Let's put in GBA Yoshi Desert. It would just make a lot more sense when you compare it to everything else. It really fixes like a lot of the main issues that are present within this roster, like the lack of a Yoshi track. That is a pretty big issue, and I'm glad that we have fixed that. But also just lack of a super circuit track. It's another desert track, so we're not missing anything there. Isn't missing out on its like main theming. Like the one thing about Desert Hills was that it did have this kind of cool Super Mario Bros. 3 theming to it, which is now gone. So like, what's even the point anymore if you're not gonna keep that? You could add in the Super Mario Land enemies just fine. It got a nice remake in Tour that could probably work really well with the new underwater, above water driving. Whatever, I just call it underwater driving. But yeah, we're replacing Desert Hills with Yoshi Desert, and that's it for the Flower Cup. Everything else is fine. It's good now. Now we're moving on to the Star Cup, and might be weird, but it's good somehow. It like barely passes, to be honest. Ignoring Starview Peak, that's a nitro track. DK Pass, kind of boring, to be honest. Kind of a boring pick. Definitely feels like it's trying to do its best DK Summon impression. You know, they kind of just needed a nice track, and they threw one in there. But like, there's nothing wrong with it, at least from what I've seen. Oh, they did get rid of the Snowman, even though they just added Snowman as like one of the Kamek NPC drivers. But I don't know, it's still fine. I'm fine with it. Sky High Sunday, I did point out by mistake, thinking it was its own issue, that tracks that were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kind of not a fan. But Sky High Sunday is the exception for a couple reasons. First of all, it is like the only like it says here, it says Tour/Switch, because like that, this is really the only representation we have from that game. Obviously, we could have gotten like Piranha Plant Pipeline, but I don't know how well that track would work in a modern Mario Kart game. Tour, it definitely feels like a Tour track more than most of the other ones. And then, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, this is my little conspiracy theory. I fully believe that Sky High Sunday was designed for Mario, to like test Mario Kart World out, like the mechanics, the physics, whatnot. There's been like if you play the track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there's the just like the really floatiness of it that really fits with Mario Kart World. The art style is closer to Mario Kart World than like the base game, for example. There's a shit, what's that thing about? It's all in anti-gravity, but there's like some really weird interactions you can get where you're driving practically sideways. Sounds like wall driving to me. I don't know, man. And then probably like the smoking gun of this, you know, like how everyone was complaining about when the track first launched that the railings are like anti-gravity boosters, but there was no indication for that. Yeah, they probably weren't designed to be anti-gravity boosters. I think it was designed to be a railing, and then you could grind on it, which you can now do in Mario Kart World. So yeah, that's my theory as to why Sky High Sunday was designed for Mario Kart World. Maybe it was like just a test run in the booster course pass to make sure that everything worked well, or like see reception to it. Maybe they just had an extra track laying around and needed something else for the booster course pass or whatever. But like, I think it was designed with this game in mind. And then we also have Wario Shipyard over here. I really like Wario Shipyard. I don't know if it was the best fit for a game that got rid of underwater driving and replaced it with above water driving. Like, I think this was like the one track that really made fantastic use of underwater driving. Dolphin Shoals was also very good at that. Wario Shipyard, I'm not so sure. Hang on, I'm gonna try and drink water with this. 1 second. This isn't working. Alright, we're going to not drink water for now. That's fine. I don't need water. We're good. But, I don't know, it's still a good track overall, and, like, I'm happy it's here. It looks awesome, so I am okay with it. I'm okay with all of these tracks. The Star Cup is fine. Next up is technically the Shell Cup, but before we can get to there, we actually need to get to the Banana Cup, and also just look at what's going on over here, because as you can see, we've got Peach Beach over here, and Dino Dino Jungle over here. There's 2 GCN tracks. We need to move one of those out of the Banana Cup. I'm not getting rid of either of them. Peach Beach, I think, is probably like the most slept on retro in this entire game. It looks awesome, and people are not talking about it enough. Like, there's maybe an entire other track built onto it. That's pretty cool. I don't think I need to justify keeping Dino Dino Jungle, though. That track looks sick. But, we can't keep them in the same cup, I have decided, because I find that really annoying. So we're going to move it. Now, here we got, these sticky notes aren't in the way too much, but, as you can see, I've built, like, I haven't built, really, but, like, this is the layout of all of the cups in Mario Kart World. As you can see, we got all these little arrows here. Here's the Shell Cup over here, it's in blue. We got the Banana Cup over in yellow. Now, if we look at Peach Beach over here, it is just kind of trapped. There's no real way to get it into another cup. The only cup it could realistically go in is the Star Cup, but the Star Cup is all ice tracks, and this is Peach Beach. I don't think that's really going to work well. Now, if we look down here at Dino Dino Jungle, it could work its way into the Shell Cup over here. So that is exactly what I did. Let's go back. So this is going to be, it's going to look a little different, but we're going to be doing some rearranging of the cup here. It's gonna, it's not gonna look the best, but it is going to work. That's an M. Just, alright. It is now the GameCube Nintendo, I guess. So the first track of the Shell Cup is now going to be GCM, not N, GCM Nintendo Dino Dino Jungle, I have decided. And now we can get back to Koopa Troopa Beach, because I'm sure, like, post-production me is probably, like, putting this on screen now, but we have what I can only assume is, like, a confirmed image from Nintendo Today, of all places, that shows that Koopa Troopa Beach is actually just Koopa Beach 2 from Super Mario Kart. And that's dumb. I don't like that decision. So, we're going to not. We're going to make it clear that this version has both the Koopa Beach 1 and Koopa Beach 2 this time, for both of them. So that way, the name change makes sense, first of all. And then, second of all, to make the track more interesting and not just a boring old circle. That will now be the second track of the Shell Cup instead of the first one. And then Crown City and Peach Stadium will be left alone. And then to fix the Banana Cup real quick, really just not too much of a change here. It's pretty much just replacing Dino Dino Jungle with Faraway Oasis from the Shell Cup. Fits in pretty well, I'd say, all things considered. It's not too far out of the way if you want to look at the map here. Yeah. So, new track layout just starts from Dino Dino Jungle and then goes here, here to here. Banana Cup is kind of just a square now. But you know what? That's okay. I'm willing to live with that. Now we're getting back over here. We're skipping the Leaf Cup. The Lightning Cup. Ooh boy. This one is a doozy. First of all, we have Moo Moo Meadows. I don't think I need to justify this one. We have had this track for 11 years. It has been in the most recent Mario Kart entry, outside of Tour, which we're not counting Tour, it's its own thing, for 11 years. I don't think I need to justify getting rid of it. and we are replacing it with the most obvious replacement ever, because we do need to stay on theme, of course. So our obvious replacement is Moo Moo Farms. Duh, the other Moo Moo track. There's only been 2. But like, honestly, Moo Moo Farms really is just a better choice compared to Moo Moo Meadows in just about every way, aside from, oh, the layout is slightly more boring. Like, we haven't seen the track since Mario Kart DS. The track wasn't even in tour. There's a lot of potential for it. Like, throw in more hazards. Like, modern Monty Moles are going to make the traditional version of it not work as well. So now we can get modern Monty Moles in their place. And that would be cool. And then you can also add the cows, of course. Like, you can just add them. You could maybe upgrade the layout a little bit. And like, even for like the intermissions between roads, the bridges on Moo Moo Farms are actually like perfect for that, especially down here in the Special Cup, this transition between Mario Circuit and Peach Stadium. It currently goes through Moo Moo Meadows, but once you replace it with Moo Moo Farms, you can actually go over it with the bridges, and I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm just saying, it'd be pretty neat. Maybe they should do that. So yeah, we got Moo Moo Farms here now at the beginning of here. Choco Mountain, we will be replacing it, but we're actually going to do something else first, and that is a bit of rearranging. We're actually, because we've replaced Moo Moo Meadows, a Wii track, with an N64 track, we're moving Toad's Factory up to the second track of the cup, because it's also an easier track. I'd say it's easier than Choco Mountain, and also its replacement we'll get to in a moment. But also, when we do that, shoot, Koopa Troopa Beach is covering it up, but now we can use this road here with the Choco Mountain replacement all the way up to Bowser's Castle at the end. And I think that'd be really fun. I don't know, it's the single longest road here as far as I can tell. So I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with that. But the replacement for Choco Mountain, hiding here behind Toad's Factory, is going to be a pretty obvious one, I feel like. The other chocolate track. It is going to be the Choco Islands. Both of them. We're going to include both of them, just like with Koopa Troopa Beach, whatever. I don't know. I feel like you could get away with like the retheming more compared to something like Choco Mountain, which I really just like the original one of that a lot more compared to like all the redesigned stuff we've gotten in recent games. And then, yeah, just combining 2 tracks would be pretty cool. And, perhaps most importantly, the track is not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It hasn't been in the game. It's been in the most recent Mario Kart entry for 3 years now. I think that's a pretty big win. And last but not least, we have Mario Circuit SNES. Oh, this track. Oh, it's testing my patience. It's mostly just because of Mario Circuit 3. Again. I think that track might be like my least favorite track. I don't think it's the worst track in existence by any means, but like, the track has become my nemesis. I hate it. I hate Mario Circuit 3. Hate it. But we will be replacing it. We kind of got our SNES track coverage over here as well, so we got to replace this somewhere. Unfortunately, we do need to replace it with the Mario Circuit, because we're keeping the general theming. Like, we replaced the Moo Moo track with the Moo Moo track, Desert track with Desert track, Chocolate track with Chocolate track. So we need to replace Mario Circuit track with Mario Circuit track. And we need to get rid of a SNES track. But by getting rid of Moo Moo Meadows, we are down a Wii track. Fortunately for us, Wii Mario Circuit is available. So I guess we are doing that. I don't think it is the best fit for the Special Cup, but neither is any Mario Circuit. There's not been a single Special Cup Mario Circuit in the history of this franchise. We did get one in the Lightning Cup. Fittingly enough, it was Mario Circuit 3. But I don't know. I think they could really do something to, like, spruce it up, make it worthy of the Special Cup. Throw in a bunch of hazards, add some more layout, take the cut stuff from Wario Stadium, add it in. That's a joke, but, like, just throw in a lot more hazards, make the Goombas more present, the Chain Chomp maybe. I don't know. They can make it work. I do believe. Level up the theming. But yeah, and that's the last retro track and the last cup. So we did it. We fixed every single retro track in Mario Kart World, and there are no changes that I am hesitant about in the slightest. That's sarcasm. I'm not the biggest fan of the Shell Cup order that I've gone for. Another option I was considering was literally just move Dino Jungle to the end and move everything else up one. But it is a long way from Peach Stadium to Dino Jungle. It's not actually a road here, as you can kind of see. There's nothing to go that far. And also, I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it does go past the faraway oasis over here, which I don't want to do that. Like, sure, Mario Circuit does go through Moo Moo Track to Peach Stadium, but like, since we've already seen Moo Moo Track in this version, but we have not seen Faraway Oasis yet in this version, so I'm not really a fan of that. And like I said before, not a big fan of Wii Mario Circuit being in the Special Cup, but I think for what I was given, without being able to change like the cup layouts like too drastically, I think I did pretty okay. And then if you want to see an updated version, ta-da! Let me get rid of some of these. Hang on. So we can get a better look at what's going on here. Updated version. My hat camera is falling apart. But yeah, just take a moment to admire this. I am glad that I was able to get this video done in the most haphazard way possible. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to getting a Switch 2 in Mario Kart World. I don't know if I'll be able to do it launch day, but I'm certainly going to try. You can better believe that. Thank you so much for watching. This is not the 50 subscriber special. I'll be getting to that next month, assuming this video comes out in May, which is when it's being recorded. Alright, I need to drink some water. Alright, goodbye.